Good morning, everyone. Welcome to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Anna Rodriguez. Of course, we're going to show you the aftermath of yesterday's busy, severe weather and how many people were injured, but also the potential for a really big snowstorm. Millions of people under winter storm warnings this morning.
A lot of ups and downs in our weather, too, right? Cold enough to get a little snow and ice in New England, but then we go to warm today and then more snow. We'll get to all of that. Start with the winter side of things. Things have calmed down in the severe department across the south, but, you know, winter storm Nico is just ramping up. We're going to see it bring snow into the northeast overnight tonight. So we'll take a look at New York City and look at your timing. It starts after you go to bed, after midnight, really, from 1 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow is when the snow will be coming down. Very heavy snow. We're describing this as a thump of snow. It's going to be these big wet flakes all kind of stuck together that come down, and you get an inch or two an hour easily with this kind of snow, adding up to 5 to 8 inches of snow, and temperatures will be falling off to near freezing. Winter storm watches and warnings are up here. The darker blue, the winter storm warning, the watches still in effect here, but we'll see those all change over as we get through the day today. It's just sort of a timing thing as to when everything develops, and the timing there is actually overnight tonight. Now, right now for today, your Wednesday, we've got some lighter snow stretching across Nebraska, moving into Iowa. This is the beginning of the storm. This is Nico and the beginning of some very light snow happening as our low pressure tracks across this area. Upper level support helping to get this going, and everything will be pretty light today as we see that snow spread across Illinois, Indiana, kind of that I-70 corridor, and north is where we'll see some light snow. This won't be significant in terms of any accumulation. It'll be a couple of inches, 2 or 3 max here. Still could cause some travel issues, but the big dumping snow is going to come overnight tonight. Pennsylvania, northern Jersey, New York State. We're going to see it across Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. Get ready. Again, we track the snow for you. Computer's a little slow to catch up, but there it goes. Watching that snow overnight tonight and tomorrow morning. The commute will be a mess. Hopefully it will actually start before the commute starts because that will keep people off the road. But New York City, it's going to be a tough time there. It could be about 6 a.m. when it really gets going. So we want to give you the early heads up for that. Biggest snow of the season for a lot of us, 5 to 8 inches at once in New York City, 8 to 12 in Boston and southern New England. Let's go south. And all the reports that we've heard coming out of the area said that they got warning, which is fantastic news. There was plenty of warning with this here, but still there was damage done. There were injuries. And we want to take you back to a recap of the storm as it moved through the area. So this is about 10:30 yesterday morning. It moved just to the north and to the east side of town, watching that go right through. And, it came through quickly, came through with some heavy rain. And of course, as you saw, the destructive winds. There were actually several tornadoes in southern Louisiana yesterday. And so the Weather Service continuing their surveys. They went out yesterday, said there's at least EF2 damage, if not stronger. So we'll get that information as they continue their surveys. Now, temperature-wise, there hasn't been an air mass change yet, so it's still going to be warm today. We go to Dallas, for example, going to 73, well above average after 80s yesterday. We'll go back to closer to average tomorrow, and then still staying above average getting into the weekend. And big time Saturday and Sunday, we got some heat going on there. Let's take a look at what's going on here with the record highs in the east. The northeast will be warm today. The Carolinas will be warm. Austin, we're going to 83 degrees. That would be close to a record. Houston, we should beat it. 82 is the old record. 87 is our forecast. And that kind of situation throughout Texas, especially central and southern Texas. Warm in Louisiana, warm in New Orleans, 77 degrees. A little fog out there this morning, but a much quieter day. Easier than yesterday for sure. Warm in Montgomery and Savannah, Tallahassee, nearly 80. There will be some cooler air coming in tomorrow, though. And in fact, it's not just tomorrow, it's tomorrow night that you really feel it. Get ready for a cold Friday morning as this colder air settles in. Let's check on today's weather. Break down this next system. Winter storm Nico. It's starting today across the plains and Midwest, tracks east, and overnight tonight. Here comes our snow. For Philadelphia, starting after about 3 a.m. It'll start as rain, and then it's going to change pretty quickly. You'll start to see first a couple of flakes mixing in. Those big flakes, right? And then all of a sudden, it is dumping snow. 3 to 5 inches of snow. Temperatures falling down to near freezing. So big temperature changes coming in as well. And the winds pick up. So we've literally got it all, Philadelphia. Let's time it out for you. I love these planners so we can time things out for you. This is tomorrow overnight and then tomorrow morning. So 4 a.m., 5 a.m., you leave for work 6 or 7 a.m., right? Now we've got the snow really coming down. Snow rates maybe over an inch an hour. It's possible. The winds are picking up from the north at about 20 to 25 miles per hour, adding up to anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of snow, especially north and west of town. We'll see some of those 7 or 8 inch totals.
All right, thanks. You just saw pictures of a harrowing day for folks in southeastern Louisiana. At least 7 tornadoes ripped across the region, injuring more than 3 dozen people destroying homes and businesses and knocking out power to thousands.
We have more on the storm's aftermath here on AMHQ early, but first we want to talk about another big story, which is big snow, very impactful snow coming into the Northeast, and snow as well. The bigger snow amounts just north of there, Philadelphia, New York City, surrounding suburbs as well, and up towards Boston. So let's look at all of it. The winter storm warnings are now expanding, and as the morning forecast packages come out, I think this will continue. New York City, the first winter storm warning issued by the National Weather Service here since last January. Every other event has been advisory level, New York City. So this is warning criteria. This is snow on the order of 5 to 10 inches in the area. Here's what's happening. We actually have two pieces of energy that are going to be sort of coming together to bring us the snow across the Northeast here. This upper level piece of energy will help develop the surface low right along our front, and that is what's going to help bring the snow once it heads off the coast, helps throw back more moisture, and we get a very energetic little low here that's going to really help put down the snowfall on the back edge of it. We'll see from Philly to New York City a quick couple of inches happening at the morning commute, and then a few more after that through the morning hours tomorrow. Right now the snow is beginning now right here across the northern and plains into the Midwest. Very light at the moment. We're not expecting more than a couple of inches worth of accumulation as this thing just gets its act going today from Iowa into Illinois, into Indiana, into Ohio, right along that I-70 corridor. Now overnight tonight, things will start ramping up. And really once that coastal low starts going, then we're really going to see the big snowfall rates happen. So again, Pittsburgh, it's a couple of inches. State College, it's a couple of more coming in overnight in central Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, that includes you, Philly, New York, Providence, Hartford, Boston, all coming in here with some bigger snows for the commute tomorrow. As far as the eye can see right there, significant. There were several reported tornadoes in the area yesterday. We want to take you in here to the region around Hammond and Madisonville. Again, very active. You can see that one cell right there with the hook echo on it, just heading towards the Madisonville area. We had a very busy radar, another one down there just a little bit further south. A very busy radar yesterday across the area with both observed on radar as well as observed in the sky reports from spotters, those tornadoes. So luckily there was a lot of warning and people were able to get to safety. As we look ahead to what's going to happen, no air mass change across the area. Very warm, very humid still, although we're not expecting storms today. It's just going to be warm, and then we'll see a little drop in temperatures and then a warm up and then another drop in temperatures as your trend. So here's the warm up. We got more record highs again today with Texas going to 87 and Houston beating and smashing the old record of 82. Corpus Christi, we're going to the 90s, 92 degrees for you today, beating the old record of 87. I mean, 90s happen in February, but maybe once a year. I mean, it's not an usual occurrence. The rest of the Southeast will be warm again today. A couple of records could be set in Florida in Friday. Let's get that system out of the way. Then it's cold, and we've got temperatures only in the 20s on Friday in the Northeast. The West is still very active too. Look at all this rain coming in. Finally, by the weekend, we get a break there. Next system coming in for the Intermountain West, and then we have a front dropping in Saturday through the South and East, heading northeast. It will get more mild by the time it gets here. So rain for Chicago and rain